In our previous episode, the Olympians were victorious over the Titans, and they stood on Olympus looking down on all creation, content with their achievement. But Zeus wanted more. I mean, peace and prosperity is great, but what's the point of being an all-powerful king of the gods without having anyone worshipping you? So Zeus approached the forethoughtful Prometheus. He was a Titan who, along with his brother Prometheus, had sided with the Olympians in the war. Zeus explained his idea to him. A sparkling new species, miniatures of the gods who would worship them for all eternity. But only males, Zeus specified. He had enough problems with his unfaithfulness. He couldn't even imagine what Hero would say if he were to create miniature females to worship him. Prometheus listened carefully and then came up with a recipe of creation. He found a prosperous and fertile riverbank, asked Zeus to imbue some of the dirt with some of his divine spittle, and got to work. With his hands, he formed little humans out of clay, which he then let bake in the sun. When he was done, Zeus brought forward wise Athena, whom he asked to blow life into the little creatures, hoping that her wisdom would help them, which didn't really help, did it? The little humans took their first breath and observed the world around them. They were formed by the hands of Prometheus, who used the 4 elements: Gaia's clay, earth, held together by Zeus's spittle, water, fired by the sun, fire, and brought to life by Athena's wise breath, air. Prometheus wept looking over his creation and promised to protect them and teach them the ways of the world. How to farm, how to cook and forge tools. But Zeus would hear none of it. The humans were forbidden from ever having fire, for he feared that with fire they would not need the gods anymore, that they would rise up against them and challenge them. But despite that minor detail, Zeus was happy with his little homunculi worshippers. This was to be known as the golden age of humans. It was a paradise of bountiful existence. Prometheus and his brother Prometheus started spending more and more of their days among the humans. And as happy as Prometheus was with his creation, he felt that they absolutely needed fire at any cost. He looked up at Olympus and his mind was made. He didn't fear Zeus's divine wrath. He was willing to sacrifice everything for his humans. At sundown, he set out to stealthily scale the mountain. As he reached Hephaestus's forge on Olympus, he grabbed a tall fennel stalk and went inside. He lit it and started making his way down to his humans. He very quickly taught them how to use fire for their benefit, but he also knew that he didn't have long until Zeus found out. Zeus observed from his throne on Olympus small orange orbs emerge as Prometheus spread the gift of fire across his human creations. Even though anger and betrayal were leading him toward thinking of the most painful revenge, he thought he should instead come up with a more devious plan. One that would hurt Prometheus even more. So he asked Hephaestus to follow Prometheus's recipe. Mold from clay a human using his spittle, but this time, make her female. Hephaestus obliged, and using his wife Aphrodite as a model, he crafted a female into whom Aphrodite herself breathed life. All the female deities taught her about existence and gifted her with knowledge. So they decided to name her All Gifted, or in Greek, Pandora. Stay tuned for the next episode in our creation series.